Iranian government has confirmed the death of Ali Khamenei, killed in what U.S. President Donald Trump described as major combat operations carried out alongside Israel. The strikes mark one of the most significant military escalations in the region in decades. Iran has called the attack illegal and unprovoked. Within hours, Iran launched retaliatory missile brigades toward Israel and Gulf states hosting U.S. bases. Interceptions lit up the skies over Haifa and Jerusalem overnight. In Tel Aviv, a residential neighborhood was struck.
We are sorry about the woman who was just killed last night. We're sorry about all those who are wounded. This is the price of a just war.
Israel's opposition leader Yair Lapid defended continued operations, calling the strikes necessary for Israel's security. But residents described fear and exhaustion after repeated nights in shelters.
It's very scary. We know that at any minute any of them could be missed by the interceptors and could hit our house. We live on a top floor. It means it's a lot of stairs to go down to go find a shelter. I want this to end as soon as possible.
In Tehran, thousands gathered in Engelberg Square, mourning the death of Ali Khamenei. Some demanded revenge as tensions deepened. Iran's parliament speaker warned of harsh consequences. He says, "We will still settle our account with the Americans and the Israelis." At an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council, Iran invoked its right to self-defense under Article 51 of the UN Charter. Israel insisted the strikes were preemptive and necessary to prevent a nuclear threat. China called for an immediate halt to military action, warning that escalation risks engulfing the wider region. He says the dialogue and negotiations are the only way to resolve conflicts. China calls for an immediate stop of the military actions. Japan strongly condemned Iran's nuclear deployment program. Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi said Iran must cease actions destabilizing the region, while Prime Minister Sanai Takachi ordered checks on the safety of Japanese nationals across the Middle East. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese backed the US strikes, saying Khamenei's passing would not be mourned. The conflict is already disrupting global travel and daily life. Major airports in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Doha were shut. Passengers were stranded across Australia as flights were cancelled. In the UAE, residents expressed anxiety over the uncertainty.
It's the unknown. So my daughter's meant to be flying back today, so we're going to find out if the airport's open. So that's the unknown, that's the nervousness, what we're, concerned about.
In New York's Times Square, hundreds protest the strikes. Some condemned the military action, drawing comparisons to Iraq. Others voiced support for the hardline stance against Tehran.
I woke up this morning, now we're bombing Iran. We didn't learn from the Iraq war. We need a regime change here in this country. That's what the signs say. We need a regime change. It's an abomination what's happening now, an abomination.
And Iran does not want any American citizens alive. They want to kill Israel. I'm a Jew. I'm a Jewish person. I'm a person of faith. I believe in Judaism. I believe in Moses. And for me, it's threatening to have Iran, if they ever get a nuclear bomb, as a Jew and American, we're screwed. So I'm here to help go against these idiots who say no war on Iran, when in reality, Iran is putting a war on the United States.
In Baghdad, protesters gathered near the U.S. Embassy, with security forces firing tear gas to disperse crowds. Arab League representatives warned of a widening regional war. The United Kingdom called it a fragile moment for the Middle East. As missiles continue to fly and diplomatic pressure intensifies, the risk of broader regional conflict remains high. World leaders are urging restraint, but on the ground, civilians from Tehran to Tel Aviv, from Dubai to New York, are already living in the consequences. I'm Botlhale Phele, SABC News.